Hey there, Ultizeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Ori and the Will of the Wisps! It's been a couple days for me, and I've edited and looked at some of the footage I was doing and stuff, and I figured out something oopsie daisies. I figured out a little something. The race that I did in the icy world, Bowers Reach. Fucked it up pretty weirdly. I was like 0.2 milliseconds off. I need to remember what all my controls are. Alright. But yeah. Fucked it up pretty majorly. I don't know why the game gave me it kept my ghost in that situation. I'm almost positive it did. But either way, it's right over here, so it's not really that long to do. I realized that there was something wrong because, like, the game wasn't registering that I had a race that I had the race completed and saved in the files, because there's a quick select for just going to the races. But according to the game, I didn't have this one. I guess that is just the ghost itself, because I definitely went up and down. So I guess it didn't save the ghost then. I just thought it did. For some reason. Also, I really could have sworn I got the reward for this mission. But oh well, there I go. Now I did it, for sure. And that's all I wanted. So now that I got the 1,000 things, now I can actually go back to Silent Woods like I wanted to. See, that wasn't so bad and long. Sorry for fucking that up. I guess I'm just stupid. But, I mean, everybody already knew that, so oopsie daisy. Anyways, while I go through Silent Woods here, and try not to be sad about everything that happened the last time we came here. I was kind of thinking that there might be something to do with this tree. Anyways. One thing that I wanted to discuss. Hello. Nope, that is not what I want. Okay, that's not working out. Let's just try and jump over this thing, then. Works enough for me, I guess. What the heck is up here, anyway? Oh, death. That's what's up here. Good thing it just saved. Oh, I found a race. I found the race that was here. I need to start from down there and get up here? This is gonna be a weird race. Considering how I typically attack myself. How do I... Where was that again? It's all the way down there. Alright, well, while I try and do this... Recently, I found a thing on Twitter. Nope. I was next to the thing and it didn't bash me. Cool. How the hell did he already... What the heck did he do? Excuse me? I need to see what he does, but in order to do that, it needs to actually let me do the thing that I want it to do. Oh, that's sand! It all makes sense now. I can't do this yet. That's sand! Those are sand blocks. That's why it was so weird getting up there to begin with. I had a feeling that was something, but I couldn't tell what because it just looked like a block to me. Now I understand that that's sand, and that's why it's so weird like that. Alright, well, I'll come back to that later. Anyways, now that I'm proceeding. I found a thing on Twitter recently-ish. It was one of those silly memes, you know, where it's like, hey... you can only keep one of these things, so which one of these things are you gonna keep? And it was like, indie games, so there was a list of 9, and, there's a list of 9, and, words. You can only keep 3 of them, and it was like, okay, whatever, it's just basically saying, hey, what are your 3 favorite indie games from this grouping? And it was like, that's pretty much what it always amounts to. But what was kind of silly about it, I suppose, that was wrong. What felt kind of silly about it was just how, like, it was worded, because it called all of the games indie masterpieces, and it was like, okay, well... That's very debatable for some of them. And... So, like... Indie masterpieces is a very debatable subject. But the ones that it had on there were very... questionable, I feel? Like, it had some of the obvious ones. I think Undertale and Cave Story were on there, and, like, I can agree with those. I hate Undertale, but I can agree that... By its own merits, it does probably constitute being a masterpiece. Enough people loved it, and, like, everything I hate about it is something the game does intentionally. So it's like, I can't necessarily... I can say I hate the game, but I can't necessarily call it, like, a terrible thing that it adheres to its desire, you know? So, from that perspective, it's like, yeah, okay. Fuck you. Okay, let's get healing back real quick. Okay, can you... Stop! Thank you. Well, this is gonna be a thing. Oh, hi. God, I can't aim that properly. I'm sorry for not talking. I really need to focus on these missions, generally. It can be a bit annoying. Either way, my point about the whole Masterpieces thing is that there are a lot of weirdly debatable things on there. Like, Freedom Planet was on there, which... Like, no? How about no? Can I say no enough? Can I emphasize that enough? I hope I can. Hollow Knight was on there, which I was talking about earlier. Like, yeah, it's a decent game, but it's got problems, and like, Masterpiece? Really? I mean, it's okay, but Masterpiece? Do people really like that stupid Dark Souls aesthetic and difficulty that much? I don't feel like it has too much outside appeal. Certainly didn't have an emotional impact for me, because again, I had issues with the way the story worked. But that's beside the point. I guess I can kind of see why someone might argue Hollow Knight, but for me, it was just not... It was not. But the real reason why I bring this stupid meme up is... Ori wasn't there! Like... I guess I can understand why... Will-O-The-Wisps might not be on there, because there have been technical issues, and it's very recent. But... Blind Forest? I mean, come on now! Like, it was such a stupidly biased thing, and it really pissed me off. Anyways. Is that a hook thing? Yes, it is. It's a hook thing. Where am I trying to go to now? Inside that little cage? I guess so. That's not a cage you can go into! Alright, where am I going then? Well, this is definitely reminiscent of Kuro, which also gives me one other thing I want to discuss. Oh, I just hide behind this. Okay. I see. I understand. Where do I go next, though? Well, let's find out. Shriek here? Shriek here, I don't know how I feel about. Because she seems way more like an actual, genuine antagonist. There's nowhere for me to go. Okay. This is where I was supposed to go then. Alright. Shriek seems like a huge antagonist. That's the thing. Compared to, Kuro. Kuro seemed antagonistic at first, yeah. I won't deny that. But then when we got their big reveal, it was like, oh, she's just a mother protecting her kids. That makes sense. You can see ghosts in the sand here. This is the home of the Gorlak before the decay drove them underground. Is this what all noon will become if we cannot bring back the light? Possibly, who knows? Windswept wastes. Okay. So I guess comparing that to Shriek, I feel like Shriek is just kind of more an asshole than anything else. Like, their revelation of, oh, they got bullied as in their youth because they were kind of different. Like, it's sad, it sucks, but I wouldn't really say that it makes them sympathetic, just more understandable. Like, they feel still like an antagonist more than Kuro ever did. And, like, I guess to me that's kind of just a little disappointing after the writing of the first game felt so natural and without an antagonist at all. Comparatively. Not saying that it was the best writing ever, but it was good writing, and I really appreciated what it was. And this is perfectly fine too. It's not bad by any means. It's just, it's slightly disappointing after how Kuro was handled in the first game. Personally. So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Who knows? I'm sure there's still more game to be seen. There's definitely more game to be seen. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that game. Where did that guy come from? I have no idea. Alright, when do I get sand abilities? Because that would be very much appreciated. Also, one thing I want to point out about Ori 2's combat that I kind of feel is interesting, that I haven't really talked about, but also that I feel is kind of weird about it. It is... As far as combat is concerned, what feels weird about it to me is pretty much both the basic moves, the hammer swing and the light swing that I stopped using. The basic attacks. You can't really... They all come with their own little combos, like... See, like, it's a sort of a basic 3-hit combo if you keep pressing the button. And that's fine. There's nothing really wrong with that. Except for the fact that pretty much everything you fight hurts you if you do that move. There's no reason to ever keep the combo going. Generally. It is always, almost exclusively, a bad idea to have that. And, like, so, like, I feel like that kind of makes the game almost frustrating in a way. You don't happen to have any water. Okay, I didn't soft lock. It just freaked out for some reason. Do I have water? No, I have a hat. I'm probably gonna get water from that hat, though. That's definitely part of the trading quest. That dude. So I'll keep that in mind. Does he show up on the map? Yes, he does. Okay. Oh, please give me what I want. Burrow. Press RB to move through sand. Ooh, I like this music. So yeah, this is what I basically remembered from the trailer earlier. It's basically... drill! Oh, I activated a race. Interesting, I haven't even seen where a race is. Alright, finally. Finally. We can do this. It's what I've been wanting to do. Wanting. Hello. Gimme, map. Thank you. So how much we got in this place? I see. Interesting. So I've cleared about a third of it. Ish. I would say this is like a third, and then this is a third in its inevitable boss. And so now I can actually attack these guys too. Which really makes that one thing funny that I actually succeeded at doing earlier. I'll say this move seems weird because it's like very situational, but it's still fun. I'd argue, like, it's definitely not unwelcome, it's just more situational than some of Ori's other moves, but then again, I guess so is stuff like the grapple beam, so... Ooh. I actually got a thing from that. I was like... I wasn't actually sure that would happen. I was talking about something else, wasn't I? Oops. I feel like I was. But now I don't really remember what it was. Oh right, I need to actually attack. Oh yeah, it's the combos. So, yeah, from that idea... Oh, that's where that enemy came from. Like, it makes pretty much everything feel... Whoop! Spikes. It makes the combat... I understand it being on bosses where it's like, oh, no, you should do it the specific... You should do it the better way, you know? Do it the way that is effective. Like, I get that. I do really get that. You want to do what's effective. But against the regular enemies, it just makes it feel like it's more of a hassle to fight enemies than anything else. I feel like there should be more regular enemies that are just a little more vulnerable to it, I suppose, to being attacked, I guess. Oh, thank you for giving me extra life. I was almost dead. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me nitpicking for nitpicking's sake, but I do think it would be nice to be able to do 2 attacks and not get hit for it. Like, I feel like the combat of Ori so far is very hit once, run away, hit once, run away. And like, I kind of just miss a little bit of the mindlessness. I know that might be a little hypocritical in a sense, considering how much I was like, oh, one of the problems of Ori 1 was that it was mindless mindless combat. But I feel like there's a little bit too much thought now. Like, even regular enemies are still this complex, like, how is the best way to attack them sort of deal. Like, when really I want to explore and get around places. I mean, I guess for a lot of situations, though, you can just ignore enemies, typically, unless you want their experience points and stuff. So, I don't know, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Blah, blah, blah. Silent Woods is 80%. But I have it pretty much all mapped out, so Lupo will be happy. I don't have that part mapped out, though, so but I can get it during the whole race section. Alright, so I'm gonna head to the right now, I think. I wanna try and get to that save point and then end. Oh, hi, Sand. Was I supposed to do that earlier? Ooh! This is an interesting thing. Oh, come on! Really? Alright, basically gotta be right underneath this thing. Okay, what is the timing on this? Okay, I gotta do it much earlier than I expect to. What? How is that too early? There we go! Jeez. Not a fan of that. Well, I don't know. Not a terrible thing, it just was really, really annoying to do. Alright. That's all that stuff, I think. Got a new spirit shard, but I don't think I want it necessarily. Eh, for now, I guess I'll just give myself that. I've been dying a lot, after all, so can't necessarily say no. I feel like that green thing's gonna be up top, because I already did everything else. Alright, how much time has it been? About 25 minutes-ish. Maybe a little bit longer. I had the recording going for a little bit already to begin with. I do kind of just want to get to this save point over here. Fuck! What's that, a gem? Looks rough and around the edges. I'd show it to an expert and make sure it's safe. Squawk! Alright, save point. And with this, I think I will end the episode here. Seems good to me. Well, alright, so, next time on Let's Play Ori and the Will of the Wisp, we're gonna continue more in Desert Area and probably clear out... Well, honestly, I could see myself theoretically clearing out the area, depending on how fast things go. Clear out the area and then have an episode of backtracking and then... more backtracking? Sounds good to me. There's definitely stuff I can try and finish up now. I'm still missing 2% in the Wellspring. Where the hell am I missing 2% in the Wellspring? Is it like this tiny little bit that somewhat faded out? I hope it's not. I don't know, maybe it's something up top here now that this is clear and empty. That's certainly possible. That's something I haven't investigated. I could investigate that immediately, too, with the warp point right there. Oh, wait, I think there's something deserty. There's something sand-related, maybe. I feel like I might have seen something like that. I don't know. I'll do it when I go around sweeping everything, because, like, look at all this. I'm very close to finishing up a lot of these areas, and then there's this piece of crap. There's a lot that I want to go into. I think before I go to not Silent Woods, Moldwood Deaths I want to explore. Anyways, I'm just delaying the end of this episode. See you guys next time. Goodbye.